Welcome. I was organizing the other day my bookmarks and I got some tips. So I wanted to share with you my tools. Let me share my screen. So in my bookmarks, I'm using Firefox. They were very dirty. I had so many of them that they were updated and I reorganized them slightly to have them more available. In general, with the bookmarks, if we take a look to the screen, you're gonna see you have the tags and you have the different organizations. In general, the suggestion is to create projects, like here I have with the Kaisha, that means company in Japanese, and you create the different companies you have been, projects you have been working on, etc., and you add all the stuff here inside. There is a moment it gets very messy, so I wanted to organize and I start dragging everything. I check the blogs that I was following in the past. I check if they were existing anymore, and then I deleted the old entries. The most interesting is right now what I want to learn about and what I'm focused is not the same as years ago. So it was very nice for me to organize. But I didn't do by project. For me, it was more related to how many times do I use. So I created a folder that I always open every day, and I open all the tabs and I am updated about the last news or the last content I am most interested. This is the most important for me, but for you it's going to be completely different. My suggestion is that once every while you check all the bookmarks, you delete all of them that you don't need, and you reorganize. And why I'm saying this and the purpose of this video is because I think you should organize each egg, each type of egg in each basket. So the goal is I had bookmarks there from a blog. So I wanted to take that blog and add into somewhere else that was for that purpose. Or for example, a YouTube video. I wanted to add into YouTube video. In this video now, I'm going to show you some of my baskets and how I organize by purpose. Maybe this is going to be useful for you and you can get the same idea and organize more effectively because every day you want to check the most relevant things for you. So I just organized a little bit my bookmarks. That's great. I already did, so I cannot show you how it was before. You can believe me, it was pretty messy. And now I want to show you how, for example, I'm organizing my RSS. I use this application, FeedReader.com, and here I categorize in the free version, and I have so many blogs. So all of them, they were in my bookmarks, they were important blogs I added here. So it's much easier for me to come here and see the news from, let's say, Japan, and see what are the most relevant things on the market. This is not from yesterday, this has been a long time with me, so I have pretty good experience. Aside of the RSS, that is how I'm following the blogs, I'm using other tools. For example, Google Keep for my daily tasks. So every day in my bookmarks, in the Hello World, I have my Google Keep. So I know the things that I should be doing every day. Learning a little bit Japanese, some part of the gym, reading a little bit of the current book, meditation, walk, etc. It depends on you. Another one is the subscription. So everything that is related to YouTube, I am adding into my subscriptions or into watch later. So later, when I have time, I read that. Before, I was adding these URLs into my bookmarks, so I always forgot to check them later. So if they are a YouTube video, they go into the watch later playlist. Aside of that, sometimes I had bookmarks that they were related with the books. So what I have done is in my wish list, I added them into my wish list. Maybe I'm gonna never read these books, but that doesn't matter. I will have a list organized, and if in the future I want a book, I know where to go to the book. Even here, I think you can organize by different lists. In my case, I don't have this so well organized. It's very important. I love the part of the books that I read quite to also take notes. And here in this web page with Amazon Notebook, you can organize what the different words of the book, which is very interesting for later. Check it again and understand what is the most relevant for you to remember, you know, to get it fresh. Another thing that I did months ago was organize my Google albums. I made a script. Here you can see that. Okay, this is a script I prepared. So what I wanted is from my repositories here, I wanted to deduplicate the photos that I had in two different folders. And what I did is this script. I can share with you if you really want it. It's super simple. I just find out that the files that they were duplicate. So I detected the duplicate files. I prompt a message in my console, and then I deleted the folder or the file that it was not so relevant. So I was not duplicating several times the same files, and it was much organized. So what I did with that is I save a backup in my hard drive, and I save in Google Drives, in Google Photos. So if one day I lose the content in my laptop, I'm gonna have a backup in Google Photos, or if I lose access to Google Photos, I will have a backup in my computer. So there is going to be always one of them. And this is something I did for, as I mentioned, to organize all the photos in one place. Just to give you another example, I have all my documents from my university, or almost all of them, the PDFs and some other documents, in the folder of my university. So in the future, if I need something related with one of them, I can just search in Google Drive and search something related so I can remember easily. That's something that it was an investment of my time, and it's very, very, very useful. And the last one, okay, just to give you the overall about what I have been explaining right now, is this one of my projects, and my second brain, I call that, and is organize what I mentioned, the X on the basket, and is the purpose. So I'm using Google Drive for organizing all my documents, Google Photos for all my photos, Google Calendar for my timeline, Google Mail communication, etc., etc. So I know that if I have one of these content, mostly by the tag, I organize there. I don't have duplicate places. Is it good to have multiple places where you can save the information? Well, it's nice. It's nice to compare. But I think that once you are taking the best decision for you, you need to commit. And you don't need to commit forever. I think you need to do as I did with the bookmarks, to review them after some years, or at least once a year, because you want to be fresh and you want to challenge yourself, because maybe there is some other application which is doing better than you were doing. But I think you need a period of commitment to don't be all time checking and checking and never ending. No, so you need to set up, commit, and then wait for it, or sometime, but always refresh in the long term. That's the point I mentioned with the bookmarks. Have them, the most important ones, accessible for you, and then the old ones, let's check later. Or if you need something related to that category, that. So that's it. What I wanted to show you. Please leave any question downsides in the comments, and I will be very happy to answer you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.